Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. After the prayer and zakat, the fast is the third most important worship ritual of Islam. The Arabic word used for fast is sawm, and the word sawm literally means to abstain from something or to give up something. As a term of the Islamic Sharia, the fast means to abstain from eating and drinking and from marital relations for a particular period of time. Fasting, if we deliberate on it, actually symbolizes our obedience to the Almighty. We give up what is perfectly allowed to us simply to please the Almighty. And perhaps for this reason, the Almighty has said in a Hadith Qudsi, As-sawmu li wa ana ajzi bihi. The fast is for me and only I shall reward it. The fast therefore symbolizes one's obedience to the Almighty. One shows one's obedience, one's will to surrender before the will of Almighty. A little deliberation will also show the fast is actually an expression of gratitude to the Almighty. When we obey the Almighty, we actually express our gratitude to His favors and to His various other blessings that we receive. And in particular, the month of Ramadan has a special feature in it. The Quran was revealed as the greatest favor perhaps on mankind. And when we fast in the month of Ramadan, we actually express our gratitude on this great favor. As far as the history of the fast is concerned, the Quran itself explicitly says that Muhammad was not the first to initiate the fast. And the Quran says, Ya ayyuhal lazina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba alal lazina min qablikum. That the fast is not only imposed upon you Muslims, it was also imposed on previous nations of the world also. And a study of the Torah reveals that we find the fast in vogue among the Jews also. And therefore the words self-denial and saddening one's soul are used to connote the fast. Similarly, in the history of the Quraysh also, we know that they used to fast on prescribed periods of time. They used to fast on the Ashura also. As far as the objective of the fast is concerned, the Quran says it is لَأَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you may attain taqwa. Now, taqwa is a term of the Quran. It means to abstain from something and to remain within the four confines and to remain with certain limits which have been prescribed by the Almighty, and to fear the Almighty that crossing these limits would entail His wrath. Now, there are certain directives which have been given by the Quran regarding the fast, and the first of these, of course, can be regarded as a definition of the fast. So, fasting is actually abstention from eating and drinking and from marital relations from Fajr to nightfall. Now, as soon as one is able to break his fast at sunset, these restrictions are lifted. One is able to eat and one is able to drink also and establish marital relation with one's wife. The month which has been selected for the fast is the month of Ramadan. And the Quran says that it is obligatory for Muslims to fast in the month of Ramadan. And therefore, fasts which are missed in this month of Ramadan because of illness, because of travel, or because of some other reason, they must be made up in other periods of time. Women who are undergoing their puerperal discharge or their menstrual cycles, they are prohibited to fast if they are undergoing this state. However, they must make up for it in other periods of time. The pinnacle of the fast is the i'tikaf. It is an optional worship. However, it is very desirable and earns great reward. I'tikaf in Ramadan means to seclude oneself in a mosque for a couple of days and to devote oneself entirely to the Almighty. When one is in i'tikaf and one breaks his fast, one is allowed to eat and drink, of course, but the Quran says that one cannot establish marital relations during the i'tikaf. These then are the basic directives which the Quran gives regarding the fast. And as I said earlier, the basic purpose of the fast is to inculcate piety, taqwa, God consciousness. And this is something which is created and which is nurtured by the fast. Wa akhiru dawana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.